of speak on the discussion regarding recycling tonight?
So the thing is the recycling, there's this thought process that the city of Odessa basically shut everything down, the time machine, recycling is gone forever. What we basically did, once again, we want to communicate that we're positive for the reason is this, is that in the methods that we've been doing it for decades, and there is no market for it, we had what I keep saying an illusion of recycling as people recycled at home, recycled at school, and they were separating the recyclables. What was happening is that there were a majority of that, a huge percentage of that was all still winding up in the landfill because the containers that we had throughout the community were contaminated, meaning that people were using them as trash bins. Two, it put a burden on personnel to be able to go out and be able to pick these up, and we're doing it primarily on the weekends, overtime, and the facility where we're putting it out for the sorting is unsightly and it's also unhealthy. So the thing is that we wanted to correct this. We started this negotiations to find an alternative to be able to continue the recycling, to make it financially responsible and still do some recycling. Now, the community came up in arms thinking that we've shut it down. That's not the case. The thing is, it wasn't communicated well for the reason is the majority of the media, unlike Channel 9, that was actually present to be able to hear the entire conversation. What was communicated was a portion of it's closed, no longer we're in the recycling business. That was never the case. They did not hear the portion is that we were evaluating, reevaluating how we can wind up doing it. Can we do it in-house? Can we seek out those partnerships? And that's what we've been working on for a year and a half. What we needed to do is wind up canceling and basically not renewing the contract, and that's what we did. Now we're moving forward with the new initiative that will have more control.
That makes sense, yeah. What would it take to bring recycling back in terms of what it would look like? I think you guys talked about having
We're going to simplify it. For right now, we're going to wind up putting containers so you can bring in your plastics and your cardboard, and then we're asking you to separate those, and then we'll take care of it from there. And then we'll wind up exploring an expansion of that depending on the partnerships that we're able to find. There's one that we're exploring, but we still have to be able to sit down and communicate.
Yeah, definitely. What were your takeaways from the people that did speak tonight about recycling?
They're definitely passionate about it, and rightfully so. The thing is that these passionate people really need to educate the majority of their neighbors. For the reason is there was one striking example that they made is that there are plastic bags. What I basically say is when the windy season starts here in West Texas, you can see the plastic flower blooms blooming in the mesquite trees. And the reason is that we've had recycling for decades. If recycling was working, the majority of Odessans recycling, we wouldn't see that. So there's a lot of education that needs to be done. The thing is that Keep Odessa Beautiful has been out there and has been doing it for decades through education. The thing is that it's a responsibility of us all in the community to be able to be good stewards of our community and to keep it clean. And that's one thing that the citizens need to take more pride in.
Yeah, definitely. And then I think you kind of touched on it on my first question that I asked, but what would you kind of say to the community that is kind of concerned about the current state of recycling? Just that you guys are kind of obviously working towards.
Be realistic about what recycling is, where the state of recycling is. For the reason is that the countries that were taking recycles no longer take them. So that means that the majority of recycling that is even being done, it's where you're sorting it, when it winds up in the pickup, it still winds up in the landfill. Yes, there is partnerships to be out there. Yes, San Angelo, and they're giving all these examples of all these communities that do it. But the thing is, the one question that nobody's asking is that in the final analysis of the whole thing, when it's all said and done, where are the recyclables really truly ending up? And they're still ending up in the landfill. The thing is, it's pressed upon those that are engaged in the recycling to find a market for it. And the thing is that every year the cost of operating it continues to grow and grow and grow. But the thing is, what's happening is not being done responsibly in some cases. And in this case, I felt that there was a better way of doing it. And if we can wind up doing it in-house and having more controls over it, that's exactly what we need to do. And stop having an illusion of recycling and have a recycling that makes sense and also accomplish what the user intends is to keep these products out of the landfill.
Yeah, definitely. And I know Councilman Thompson's kind of reiterated the same thing you just said.
Yes.
There used to be a market for, and that's just not the case anymore. So
Yes,
you're
and
spending money, but you're not getting anything back from
Well,
it.
and the thing is that in the end result, what the citizens are basically saying is a sense of pride that you're saving the planet Earth. But the thing is that over 80% of those recyclables are not doing that. So the thing is that we have to do it more responsibly. It's not just financial, but also a program that really does recycling. And that's not what we had. That wasn't the case.
Yeah. There's one more question I could ask. I know Mr. Bernal had mentioned this is kind of like a baby step towards getting back to that. You guys, I don't think have a time frame yet.
Well, the thing is us putting out the containers can be done very soon. And the thing is that the negotiations of having that partnership is we've gotten the contact information, and so we're going to reach out once again to try to see if we can come up with a solution, a long-term solution of being able to, for us, not have to send everything over to Midland or further destinations, to be able to shorten our routes, to be able not to tie up a personnel, so we can do both the recycling responsible and also to continue to address the pickup of the trash through our community, because we can't compromise one program at the expense of another.
Sounds like they're just going to have to kind of bear with you guys right now as you kind of go
Be
through
patient.
a transition kind of, right?
Be patient, and the thing is that we will continue to update as we wind up progressing.